completely forgot myself and all that. But the awareness point of view, see, the awareness I lost there. That I think I have gone to emotion mode because something is not happened and how we can make it happen. That kind of situation. Because other person was also like emotion, not going properly, etc. While finding a solution, it was of little bit of stress. But otherwise, the whole day was a different day compared to day for yesterday. That means in the mind, the action was reminding me throughout that I should do. That time you just watch your thought and without connecting with anything. But if I continue for a month, I will be a different person, I think. That is something I got a message. Continuously I should do it and I will do it also.
Yes, that is the only answer.
Because now I am not in my mind. I am not connected to the religion because of in part of the whole body. It is connection is there with the Veda, religion, and all that. That will slowly it will go away with this process.
Yes, good. Even that thinking will help you.
Yeah. See, earlier I was thinking the people who I lost, my dear ones, friends and all that, they are no more in this earth. I was thinking they have gone. But from yesterday I was thinking they have not gone anywhere. Like what Atma I have, they also have something very similar. And ultimately both are same. Then we have not lost anything. Because the very definition of spirituality is that, because you have everything within you. Why you should feel that you lost? So that part of emotion started reducing.
Very good. Excellent news.
Yeah, so the other thing, not yesterday, but in general, whatever I've been observing my mind for a long time now. So when it goes in a strong way, either being elated or being sad, I can immediately catch it. In between, I'm not so conscious, but then if it goes to those extremes, I become immediately aware of it. But sometimes, even when you are aware of it, you cannot do anything about it. It will run its course and then it will die off. So, but there is no need to feel bad about it, why you are not able to get rid of that emotion and so on. So that's what I felt. So sometimes, at least 2-3 times I've observed in the past many months that sometimes something comes up, some emotions come up, and then I am aware and I've been watching that emotion, but it will not go away completely. It will take its course and then goes away. So it's like everything has a time span, and in that time span it will go away.
Yes. And that is how the concept of time comes into existence. It is a concept in the mind, because when something comes up, it will stay there for some time.
Yes.
So now you feel that it is there.
Yes.
So now we have got Padma Shri. We'll ask her how it went. Good morning, Padma Shri.
Morning.
Good morning, Vilas. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, I was also wanting to tell what I felt. I thought of first writing, and I started also, but I felt writing the number of times I really, meaning the opposite of that, it was easier to write. Because the number of times, I felt that I was mostly in that, and then I had to remind myself to start to see the whole thing as Nitya. And I think because of the exercise, I did that more often than I've been wanting to do that, and then I try to do it also. But I felt I'll do it only sometime during the concentrated few minutes in the morning only that happens. But yesterday for the whole day it happened so many times. And when it happened so many times, whenever I felt I was doing that, I felt the whole thing was like a play. Meaning it was, I never took anything seriously after that. Meaning when I was in that mode, I was never getting it looked like I was piecing the whole world. Okay, that's the feeling I got. I'm not considering the whole thing real, and the other person is so passionately telling about things, but then I'm not considering the whole thing real. Yes. So I felt it was like a teasing of the world.
Very good. Excellent.
That's how I felt. But I did that so many more times, and I can say more than 25 times I remember to think that this whole world is mithya. But earlier I can say I would have done that only 2 or 3 times.
Ah, wow, good. Good. Excellent. So all all the three have done except me.
You're always in that, Novilas.
I should have been. Hope I had been. Yes, I was for most of the time, but there were times when I was not there. But I knew
See,
that.
when we are dealing with the people, when there is some stress that when dealing, because other person is having stress, we are trying to help that person to come out of the stress. So during that time, we from spirituality suddenly we jump to his mind and try to understand his mind, try to give some suggestions.
Yes.
This is what happens. That time, how to control, because that is a very critical moment. If you don't react, it's also problem. Respond, basically, not react. It's also problem. If you start thinking that, listening is very good there, because the moment you listen, that person feels very comfortable. Then when you start talking, suddenly you enter his mind, and your mind is mind, and all that it happens. So there is no thinking of mithya comes there. How to make that also as mithya?
Yeah, that for the simple answer is you have to think you're a surgeon who is cut open the body. So you'll only get pill, nothing else you get. So you can't take anything from there at all. So if you practice like that you have cut open the body, every human being, you have to think it like that. They have emotions, they have feelings, and they also have their own ideas, concepts, and everything, just like you have. So even if your body were to be cut, it would smell the same. When you cut their body, it is the same. So they are going to bring around all their problems to you, but you are not the problem. So the biggest mistake is that we make ourselves the problem. Whoever has come with the problem, we become their problem. And then only, like what Padma Shri said, the passion comes in. So we will try explaining in such a way that as though it is happening to me. Whereas it should be done like a drama, like an enaction, like what she is talking about. She's teasing the world. So if you think like a surgeon whose job is to cut open the body, you can do it. You'll be laughing internally, but externally you'll be showing some emotion for that person. So that is the way we need to do that.
You will also feel compassionate, actually.
You'll be compassionate because
The compassionate is a spiritual or this is mithya?
No, compassion is not mithya. Karuna, Mudita, Upeksha, Maitri is not mithya. If you look at the Bhagavad Gita 12th chapter, he starts with that only.
Actually, when you are in a spiritual mode or in that mode, that is all these things will come naturally. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah. See, once you know the name and form is mithya, you will become totally compassionate to a person because he doesn't know it is mithya. He thinks it is real.
And you will have a urge to make them understand.
Yeah.
See, a person will look at a higher energy to a guru or to mother or some best friend because they're very compassionate there. So during that time, the person who is a seeker, he thinks that is satya. That means it is not mithya. But the guru who gives the knowledge, he knows it's really mithya.
Correct.
So while guru is doing drama, right?
Yeah, guru is enacting the drama. You're right. And he's doing it very
Actually,
well.
all of us are enacting the drama. Only thing is, most of us think that is real. That's all.
Yeah. That is the right way to put.
Because when you drop this time factor, there is no problem.
No.
Problem is always attached to on that day, this moment, this happened.
Yeah, correct.
No,
That's true.
no, but it is like this. If you know you are playing drama, there is no desha and kala. If you know that, if you don't know you're playing a drama, then there is Desha and Kala. So spirituality removes the Desha and Kala for you.
Actually, it is like computer storage. You have one address, you have one date when it was stored, you know which is the most recent one. Like that, because you are putting your memory, and everything is associated to memory, the memory and the thoughts in the mind, and the color we give it to it. So, but if you are able to not keep the thoughts in the mind, then you have nothing to compare with. So you are almost always in that compassionate mode. And I felt, because I was more like going in and out of it, I felt it was like teasing. But then I know that if I keep that as a practice, then I will start to see the whole thing like why is it required. But yesterday was more like it was like I was playing with myself.
Yeah, that gives you such a nice experience.
One more thing, yesterday I tried. Generally, while talking, you show your position and your experience, and you will be there while talking. Me.
Correct.
Yesterday, I have decided I should not use it.
No, don't do that.
Deliberately, with whomever I was talking, I was trying to, without using that, I was trying. I felt that there is no conflict. Other person's acceptance is very high. The moment I start using me, then the other person is uncomfortable.
That is right. See, it is language. So language should not become a real, meaning I in the language shouldn't become I in real sense. So the tone of that I will show to the other person whether you are meaning it as a language or meaning it as you or I. So basically what we are attached or detached is due to the tone of the sound, not due to the talk. So if the talk is very calm, even if you use I 1,000 times, that person will not feel I at all. Even if you don't use I, even if you don't use I even once, but the talk itself is so strong that that person feels I, even though you have not used only once. So you shouldn't.
This is true. This is true, Vilas. Most of the time this is true, but sometimes even in writing, where you don't know the emotion of the person,
Correct.
you just feel that.
Yes, you feel that.
Sometimes.
Yeah. You
feel that sometimes. So that means there's no tone there. Meaning the tone is all the tone is there in the language only.
Yes, all the tone is in the language. Yes, the language and syntax gives that emotion.
Gives that emotion, yeah.
So whether
So you don't need to be making the modulation in your voice to make that felt. It can be in the
writing also. Yes. Not only writing, even body language. Even if he has not spoken a word, from the body language you'll come to know whether he is accessible or
not. Right.
Yeah.
So the tone of the message is both in written and oral form. And oral form, you'll come to know the emotions because his eyes and ears and nose and whatever happens. In the written, especially, the choice of the words shows that his or language and choice of words will show that what his true intentions or his or her true intention is. So even they have not used I, it doesn't eliminate the thing that they are not egoistic. And if they have used 100 places I, it might not show that they are egoistic at all. So don't get into that, but that you will not use I and all that. That doesn't work. So here is one story, okay, which the founder of Vipassana, Goenka, he had one story relating to this. So one monk came to him saying that he wanted to have some clarification regarding the concept and also the practice. So Goenka said that, okay, how much time does it take? And he was thinking that it take 5-10 minutes at the max. What is there to tell about the concept and the practice? He has been practicing, so what is there to tell about the practice? But anyway, he gave him time and he said, okay, tell me your problem. So then he said that, look, there is an elephant in the temple, and that is your elephant. And Goenka was worried that when did he start rearing elephant. So then as the discussion progressed, this monk said that, look, the administration is planning to take the elephant off from the temple and put it in the forest. So your elephant will be gone. So you should ensure that your elephant is safe in the temple. It will not be safe in the forest. So then Goenka understood that this monk does not like to use I, and because it is a very bad word, using I, because it shows the ego. So what instead he did is, wherever is I, he replaced that with you. So he said, your elephant, your temple, and your forest, and your this one. So he is attached to that elephant basically. But he wanted to show that he is not attached, being a monk, but Goenka is attached to that elephant. So what he did is that he tried convincing Goenka that it is his elephant to whom he has to protect, because that elephant will not have home, whereas all the people who are taking care of that elephant will become will not have any employment. So he should do something about that elephant, because for one of the mayor of that area had done this meditation, and he was a very close friend of Goenka. So he said that your elephant will be saved if you talk to your friend and then make him understand that it is not good to remove the elephant from the temple. So in this story, if you see that thing is, instead of I, the person has used you, but other person can understand what it is, even though he has not even used one place called I. So you shouldn't do that, is what it is. You can use I, there is absolutely no problem. But the way you going to tell that I wouldn't make it egoistic.
Right. Using it you and showing attachment is no different than telling it as I and showing
Exactly.
attachment.
It's all the same. So he explained everything. It's like saying, your project, you should do it because you will be in trouble, and if you are in trouble, you will have your appraisal, have a problem there. Then the other person knows for sure that it is not you which is there, it is I. What do you think of it, but?
No, actually, I wanted to say the same thing. Egoistic communication, don't do it.
But that doesn't
Not
mean...
using the word literally, the what you call this English word as I fully agree with you. That's a perfect statement.
Yeah, you can use
Because without that, you cannot communicate, because you are supposed to do some work. Then you have to say, I will do the work. You cannot say that to other person, you will do the work.
You will do the work. See,
You cannot use the you cannot use the we also there.
Yes.
Your action, you have to say, I will do it.
correct. So we can't say, or rather you can't say, look, I want to get married, and then you use it, you get married, or we will get married. That doesn't work.
But the problem is, many times when you're interacting, that egoistic things comes out.
No, it is like this.
And that time, your thought is also egoistic. You are not in a sattvic mode at that time. Because so far what we have discussed, everything is under sattvic only, isn't it?
Correct.
Now the moment you go to rajasic and tamasic also, as a drama, rajasic, tamasic can be done as a drama, but not as a reality. That's what they're telling. Emotions you can have, but as drama.
No, when you do the drama...
But in the sattvic mode, if your mind is sattvic talk, but the mind is, say, tamasic or rajasic, that is ati vinayam durtha lakshanam. There is something, something similar to that.
Correct.
Yeah, that is clearly understood.
So how to get rid of ego is what 21st verse is all about.
Yes, how to get rid of ego in your thought and then actions.
Yeah, it is there in 21st verse.
21st.
Yeah, tad vairagyam jihasa ya darshana shravana adibihi dehadi brahma paryante hi anitye bhoga vastuni. So you have to give up the desire to hear, see, taste, touch, smell and think. Then there is no I. So from Dehadi Brahma Paryante, that means from the lowest realm of existence to Brahma realm of existence. This whole thing is merely anitya. It doesn't stay even in that place for a second. Because as the bhoga vastuni, that is whatever bhoga means enjoyment, vastu is items. So seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, thinking are all items, and they keep on vanishing without a trace. So now yesterday is gone, and even our morning when you woke up or whatever, that is gone, and now we are almost at 8:51 now, so that we started at 8:30, that is gone. That means all the vastu, that means all our discussion is also gone along with that. So what you have left out is only anitya. So there is no point in desiring for seeing, tasting, touching, smelling and thinking. And that will get rid of your I. So these are the two things what we have to do between today and tomorrow. That is Viveka and Vairagya. So you are adding another one today to have Vairagya. So what it really means, giving up, is that you should not give importance to whatever you are seeing, whatever you are hearing, whatever you are smelling, tasting, touching and thinking. You are just an observer. Sakshi. Is it tough or easy, or do you want some help or direction on how to do it?
What you mean to say is that observe with the neutrality.
Yes. And
Sakshi Bhava.
Yes, to do that Sakshi Bhava, he uses a word called a jihasa. Jihasa means jigupsa. Disgusting.
The moment you say disgusting, Sakshi Bhava is gone. Now you are bringing emotion.
No, it's like this. You have to see that every moment something is coming and hitting you as an object. It's painful, right?
Yeah.
And that is the reason you have to have jigupsa.
So Vishaya, that means Vishaya is coming through these Jnanendriyas.
Yes.
And then whenever any Vishaya comes, the best example is WhatsApp message. If you go there, you have so many, groups.
Correct.
And one after that, you keep looking. Similarly, YouTube also. Same thing. They are nicely done it. But the moment you go there, it will pull you there. But you are going there to search something. Finally, you end up with something else when you
Correct.
come out. But then you lost 30 minutes.
Correct.
So that time you have some jigupsa. Oh, something went wrong. And daily it happens. So what you are telling is, in this kind of cases, if you want to look for something, just see that and come out. Don't do anything beyond.
No, you have jigupsa first itself.
See, first is we need you have to satisfy. And after that, anything is there, it simply attracts you. Don't attach with that.
No, again I'll
See,
say.
for example, I have say 30 minutes meeting with somebody in a team, and I keep talking even beyond that also, 5 minutes more, 10 minutes more. That means I am interested to load something of my interest on those people. So here, Sakshi Bhava means, in this case, I have certain purpose, finish that and just close it, over. Otherwise, I am attracted because something I have attraction. Either to me talking to them or expecting something out of them and all that. In Sakshi Bhava, no expectation, nothing. It is just finish your karya and get lost from there, right?
No, that is wrong. What you should do is, it's like you had 6 arrows, which will be shot every moment. Okay? Isn't it true?
Yeah, that is continuously happening. 6 arrow. I agree.
6 arrows.
5 from outside and 1 is inside.
One is inside. So,
Yes.
if you are the person who is supposed to get out, you have been imprisoned by 6 people, right?
Yes, all the time.
All the time. Okay, now you have to make it that is a jigupsa, right? You should have jigupsa to that arrow. Right at present, we are loving that arrow.
If you have jigupsa, you are done. You are already there, enlightened.
That is what we are doing. See, like you said yesterday,
I think yesterday you gave that exercise of 5 arrows. Today what you are giving is 6th one.
6th one. So you said that by Vivekachudamani you will forget everything or something you said. Or you will become a sannyasi at the end of Vivekachudamani, which is going to be true.
Started showing that sign. So you get attracts.
So,
Good. We have started on a good note.
Yeah.
Vivekachudamani.
yeah. So it is practically we will do it. Otherwise, there is no point. But you will have English translation, Kannada translation. Lata can have a Malayalam translation, and she can read it. Absolutely no doubt. In fact, that book would have described it much better than what I described. So, and that's the reason people buy that book. So nobody is buying my talk anyway. So it is in that way good. Now coming back to
I bought this book on 22nd 9 2013. That is Kannada. 30/12/2014 is English.
Okay.
This was waiting for you, I think, about this.
So 8 years. 8 years.
8 years waiting for somebody.
8 years waiting.
Very thick book.
Yeah.
This is having 603 pages.
Wow. Yeah, for the 4 volumes, it's 603 is understandable.
And English version I am having 250 pages.
Okay. This is both will
Very
be
nice.
from
Both are very good.
both will be from Ramkrishna Math.
Vivekachudamani Kannada version is Swami Chinmayananda Vyakhyana C.L. Purushottam Rao Anuvada. Means Chinmaya Trust.
Okay.
And Vivekachudamani English is Advaita Ashrama publication Delhi.
Okay.
Swami Madhavananda.
Okay.
Translation. Originally is I think directly he has translated from Shankaracharya Sudamani.
Okay.
So, but you can make your own translation, Bhatt's translation after this,
Abridged version.
with your experiences.
So what we need to do today is that you have to see all 6 senses, 6 objects, not senses, 6 objects, Vishaya, coming to the senses as jigupsa. So to do that jigupsa, you have to do something like this. First, you have to take a pin in your hand. Okay, a pin means it can be a safety pin, or it can be a paper clip pin or something like that. Okay, now you have to puncture your thumb with that pin. You know you shouldn't be doing it, right?
Yes.
But you are doing it. See, to demonstrate, let me put a video. It'll show you what I'm doing. So I have this pin, plastic one, but it is enough to open up the flesh. It is very sharp. So you have to carry this for the whole day. As many times as you see and like or dislike the object, you should press. You should press like this. Okay. This is the whole day exercise.
your hand will be fully gone.
Tomorrow morning, you want us to attend class or no?
See, this is the jigupsa actually. This is the activity what we need to do. Let us say,
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking yesterday, I took one paper to carry out that exercise, what you said.
okay,
Then it's the same thing happened like Padma Shree's feeling. Instead of feeling, it is not feeling, it's perfect. Today I was thinking that just take a pen and on that, whenever you have that, just make one dot. And tomorrow you can see the paper with the full ink.
now today I'm giving you this pin. So every time I get attracted or rejected by the object, I need to take a thumb, like giving an impression. I have to press it like this. You don't have to make it bleed, you just have to press, and that is the sense what is hitting you.
Okay.
Okay, the reason is that we are not finding it painful, we are finding it pleasurable. Actually it is painful. Why it is painful is because when the object goes away, you are definitely in pain.
Yeah, that's true.
See,
Yep.
now whether it is a mother or a father or a brother, sister, daughter, son or whatever, when they go away, you are literally like this, pain. Right? And thoughts are like thorns, right? They come and hit in the center like this. And then you don't know how to take it out. So either you have to adjust with that thought. So exercise number 2 is what I have taken like this. You can take something like this and keep on puncturing whenever it comes. And whenever means it keeps on coming only. So there's nothing like whenever. Just like just like writing is of no good, you will end up puncturing your hand, or your palm will be punctured everywhere, which will act like a acupuncture, right? So it will help you.
Yeah, finally it will happen, acupuncture.
So you can press it, and don't press it too hard, but it is going to bleed then.
But okay, by the way, through acupuncture there's some process, right? But if you press somewhere, it will stimulate your that particular mind, some part of mind. Then we can do that because it will help.
No, that is again an attachment. So you leave that for time being.
So you want to utilize this whole thing for some good of yours. The purpose is lost.
Yeah, then you are not in Vairagya, you are in Raga only. You have another kind of Raga now. See, this is what mind will do. So you have to take this pin or something like that and keep on pressing. Like, if I go out and then I see a good object, I feel, oh shit, it's so nice. Just press it. That's what it has happened right now.
Same thing can be done using even plucking hair, right? Like
see, that is
they do the same
different.
thing.
They do the same thing. They want to eliminate the karma, so they pluck the hair. That is painful activity itself. You are not doing that. You are just showing that every time the object comes, it is pinching you like this.
But there is not a single time no object. Object will be there, external or internal.
It's exactly, so that is the practice now. You have to get rid of that.
So if you want to be in Sukham without punching, means you should not get those 6 arrows.
They are arrows actually. They are not funny things.
Arrows are there, but don't bother about arrows.
No, arrow will not puncture you. See, arrow will be arrow. Just like you have, see, I'll tell you, you like you go upstairs and you see the sky. Sky has been there forever from the time you were born.
Yes.
But you puncture it saying that, wow, what a sky today. Now, what if a cloud comes? You are unhappy.
Correct.
I will give you another example. But 2016, I had gone with a friend, their family, and complete one tempo traveler, and then I had been in Leh at that time. So they arrived. So they said that why don't you join me? So we went. So I joined them. So then en route, we were going to Pangong Lake. So we went to the lake, and my friend was asking me, Vilas, you showed me that lake. It is so blue. Why it is not blue? I said the sky has cloud, so you will not see it blue. And then he always thought that the blue color is put by some ink. I said, it is a 135-kilometer lake. How can somebody put ink like that? Then I told him, boss, this is science. It has nothing to do with what you believe it is. If the sun comes and due to that rays, the lake appears to be blue and green in color, but in reality there is no blue and green in color. If you hold the water, it will be white. It will not be of any blue or green in color. So after 1 hour of spending in that lake, suddenly the sun appeared and a whole lake turned blue at once. This is called Maya, right? So now what got impinged in him? He agreed to come to Ladakh because of this ink color, blue, which is like puncturing it. So when he came there was no blue because there was clouds. So then it's pure white. There is no color at all. Then the sun came. So then he saw the blue. So he got into painful situation because of the cloud. He got into pleasurable situation because of cloud going away and sun coming out. But the reality is, the Vairagya should have been, water is water. Neither it is blue nor it is of any color. It is just water. Then there is no arrow hitting you. So we traveled, we paid 25,000 rupees per person, and we stayed there for 7 nights, 8 days in Ladakh. For tour 25,000, for flight 25,000, so 50,000 rupees was spent just to take few photographs and seeing that blue color. So that is what is the Kama all about. So the Vairagya is coming out of this Kama. So that's the exercise. Now we can apply to everything, from job to family to everything is like this. If the daughter does well, it pinches you in one way, but you will feel that it is pleasurable, even though it is painful. Because if she doesn't do the way you think she is doing, then it becomes painful. Is there any other exercise you think we should be doing for today, other than this?
One is enough, I think.
No.
Yeah.
No. What I meant was, instead of not having this spin, is there any other way you think you can understand the jigupsa?
You can pinch yourself.
That you will never do it. You will forget it, I'm telling you. You should take this in your hand and hold it like this. Okay, like this.
Mm.
Okay, this is the practice. Now if I show you, okay?
Yeah.
Now you see somebody and you feel happy, press it. And then you feel sad about that person, again press it. So this you have to carry it a whole day. Any answer? Will you do it or you won't do it? No volunteers.
Or one more thing can be done. Whenever you have that, close your eyes and just think about it and come out of that.
No, it will not
that
work.
you are doing it.
It will not work. It'll 100% tomorrow morning we will know what has worked and what has not worked. It will not work. For sure. See, mind is the most smartest thing. Okay? So when we get involved, you require something to press you, saying that unless you got involved. So I'm going to carry this throughout today.
You're going to do it, huh?
Yes, 100%.
The toothpick also can be used.
I'm using the toothpick only. It is a plastic toothpick.
Okay. Okay.
I would have taken a wooden one, and that is too sharp, so it might even punch.
That can be cut. Sharp is okay. Sir with me.
No, the whole
I'll
idea.
try to bring it. I'll try to bring and keep it there. Yes.
The whole idea is not to puncture yourself. The whole idea is to see.
Aware.
Be aware that all the 6 sense objects are like this. They keep on pressing one after the other. So if you take this as sight, and this is sight, and this is sound, this taste, touch, smell.
See, certain actions we do for our health purpose. Maybe walking. That is also something like that.
No,
walking or
no. That is okay. See, desire as such has no problem. Desire with some prompting is not okay. See, eating. You have a desire to eat, that is true, but desiring this to eat and that shouldn't be eaten is the karma.
Yes, correct.
You are hungry.
I like this, I want only that. If I don't get, I am not happy.
Yes.
So that is karma.
That is karma.
Whatever is served like normal, if I eat without any emotion, it's fine.
Yes. So it doesn't mean that we should not clean our home, we should not attend to our daily chores and all that. We can.
So need is okay. Want is something.
Because it is merged. The need and want are so nicely merged that we really don't know what is a need and what is a want.
Yes, that is the reason we are Vivekis.
Yeah. So if you see, so what you need to do is another thing you need to do. So these 5 senses, right? You are holding it like this. It's going to pinch you. What you need to do is you need to think, or you need to reflect or be in awareness, whatever word I can use, that the lower beings are having more pain of this than you. How do you know? You see, pig or a donkey or a horse or a cow or a cat or whatever, they are walking. Their paw, their legs are very hard. So if they were to hit with a stone, the pain will be even more harder because they already have such strong thing. So it's going to break. Like a dog when it is running and a vehicle comes and hits its leg, it will be having more pain than the human being, actually. And that has happened due to the impingement of these 5 senses to that. Though the senses remain the same, but the sense object, what they have is different. And because of that, the body is different. Right? The 4 senses are the same. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue are same. The body is different. Okay. And the thoughts are totally different. So their thoughts and your thoughts are 2 different things. Correct?
Yeah.
So we need to reflect upon that and also be in awareness that the Brahma realm of existence, the Deva and the Brahma realm of existence, they don't have this impingement at all. So why don't we then at least go to that level? So that would be a motivation. And that is what he says here. Dehadi Brahma Paryantehi Anityehi Bhoga Vastuni. All the vastus which are coming, all the Bhoga vastus are something like this only. But the pain is reduced as you go up, the pain is increased as you come down. So now the Vairagya is required, because if you go up also you're going to come down. If you go anyway down, you have to work a lot to come up. So this exercise, in my opinion, has helped me. I hope if you want, you can search something for yourself, but this is a good thing for me to every time say what is Viveka and what is Vairagya. Viveka is discriminating between the real and unreal. So the real is Brahman Satya, that means the consciousness is real in everyone. The name and forms are unreal. So whenever I say wife, it's like this. Whenever I say son, it's like this. So I need to play with all the 5 of my fingers. And Vairagya, it's paining, but I'm thinking it is pleasurable, so I have to give it up. So that would be a good exercise. So this we can do for today and tomorrow. This will take you at least a week or 10 days to mature. We keep on doing it. So it's a 2-week job for 20 and 21. So shall I then go forward? We will do that, but we will understand the other ones. Okay, I will.
You can go to next sloka.
Yeah. Okay, now what is Shama? So let's say Vairagya has worked out well, like you have impinged, kept on pressing, and it is working. Shama will make it Virajya Vishaya Vratat. So it will make you like an austerity itself. Dosha Drishtya Muhur Mumuhu Swalakshaye Niyata Avastha Manasaha Shama Uchyate. So Virajya Vishaya Vratat. Now with Vairagya you are creating this pain. Now you are removing this pin itself. So no longer the pin is required because you have detached. How did you detach is the question. By looking at the dosha, defects again and again. Son is a defect, wife is a defect, husband is a defect, office is a defect, furniture is a defect, everything is a defect. Because you named it, it has a defect. Can you tell me one thing which doesn't have a defect? Do you know one thing which doesn't have a defect?
Is it Vastu or you are talking about
No.
Brahman?
No. You leave Brahman aside. If you are experiencing Brahman, there is no defect at all.
But apart from Brahman, there is one item which doesn't have a defect. Huh?
Which is what?
There is no item.
There is no item in this world. This is a then you have come
Because
to
everything because Brahman we cannot name, we cannot describe, we cannot do anything with it. So that is why it is perfect and pure. All the others we can put something to it.
Brahman is not Vastu, it is Vishaya then.
It is not Vishaya, it is not
neither-
Vastu, it is not Vishaya, it is nothing. You cannot do anything with it.
Lata is 100% right. It is neither Vastu nor Vishaya. There is Vastu means object, Vishaya means concept. Neither it is a concept nor it is an object. So let us forget about.
Brahman is subject, right?
No,
It is not an object.
That is not even a
It's
subject.
not a subject, it's not an object, it is nothing. You cannot do anything with it. Subject comes when Brahman is falling on that intellect, then it becomes a subject. So then it is Chidabhasa.
Yeah, that's
For 1 year, what I heard from Swami Paramarthanandaji is, it is a subject but not object. Because you don't have any attributes for that. If you have any attributes, then it's objectification, nothing but this Jagat. That is only subject, doesn't have any attributes.
Now, how do you define a subject?
That's the reason I could not relate that one to Samskrita. I thought it is Vishaya. I don't know. A subject and object. I don't know how to define. In Sanskrit, there will be some correct word, right, for to define that Brahman. In terms of Purnatva is that it's guna. What do you call Purnatva? Is Purnatva, I don't know. It's guna or something. That I understand. But from the meaning point of view, what it is? It is there everywhere. Doesn't have any attributes. All pervading. Doesn't have Adi and Antya. But we always say no. Then what it is?
That is what is undefinable. See, subject in English is Vishaya in Sanskrit.
But because throughout he has maintained that. Throughout, from the beginning till then, 250 hours.
No, let him maintain, but do you really see it as a Vishaya?
What I understood that as, it is not an object. That is very clear. That means it has to be subject. I thought only two things.
If you have subject,
For our brain to understand, it's beyond brain. That's true. But for still we have to understand something, right? Before starting our journey.
no, it is like this. Let x equals 100. Now you are asking what is x? The definition here is let x is equal to 100. Why x? It can be a also. So to solve that mystery, they put it as Om. Let Brahman be Om. That's all. That is the Vishaya. Now if you want to define...
For understanding purpose, till you find that, maybe you can consider it as a subject.
Yeah, maybe. That is true. Because for him, he has to explain something, right? While explaining, he has taken. It's a Chinmaya Mission's standards, probably.
No, you have in Chinmayananda mission, what they have done, Chinmayananda, he did a very nice thing. If you have gone through his chart, he has one chart. It starts with Vasana, then it says object, OET and all that. Have you gone
I
through?
remember once, I don't know, you shared or somewhere I remember. I don't know.
I think I
I
had.
have a full understanding of that now.
Okay, good. So that is the chart. So what he has done is he has put Vasana. Okay, and there is Om. So Om is the subject, Vishaya. How do you grasp that Vishaya? Is through Vasana. Then object, emotions, thought. And the perceiver, feeler, thinker. So that is the process. So in Chinmayananda mission, what they do is they put this chart and they make the Vishaya. And this Vishaya actually in Upanishad is Om. Okay. So that is what it is. So body, mind, intellect, BMI. It's called BMI chart. Om is the Brahman, ultimate consciousness or unconditioned experience. That is the undirected consciousness. Anirdeshya, what he uses in the 15th chapter. That one is Om. So let consciousness called as Om. Okay, now if you ask what is Om, there is no answer to that. So then there is no Vishaya at all, and there is no Vastu. You got the point? Just to say what it is, they have taken it as Om. Upanishad talks about Om. Mandukya Upanishad makes consciousness as Om. It was there in the beginning, it is there now. So, Jagrata Avastha, Swapna Avastha, Shushupti, Turiya. All the four states, you have the same consciousness, which even Shankaracharya talks about in the Vivekachudamani as well. But the concept here is Om. Now, if you want to say Om equals consciousness, no, it is not true. Confused? So
it is like solving some mathematical equation. If you don't know the value, make it as x.
yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I said. Let x be 100. Here, let x be Om.
We assume it to be something closer, and then you try to solve it.
Yeah.
I have one book called A Dictionary of Advaita Vedanta. In that, Brahman is very nicely defined. That it says it cannot be characterized. So it's Nirguna, and it's Niskriya, Nirvikara, and Shuddha.
Correct.
And finally it says it's Satchitananda.
Yes, for that reason there is...
And the Nirguna and all that nicely explained. But the definition is that they stop it there. It's beyond words, I think, then.
Yes, for that very reason, it cannot be a subject. Neither it can be a subjective experience, nor it can be an objective experience. Both are not there.
It is not subject, not object.
It is just, it's not an experience. It is not bliss either. It is not something you feel. It is just some knowledge which dawns on you.
Correct.
Initially, I also struggled, but because I was also thinking, what is this Brahman? I visualized it as full of light first, filled with in the space. But then I was wondering, so if I want to have light, then it has to fill some space. Then I assumed it to be like a lot of particles, which is moving in and out of us and then everywhere. All that conceptualization got broken when that real knowledge dawns on you.
Yeah.
It's not, see, even if you reach Samadhi also, maybe you will not be able to grasp it, what it is. It has to reveal itself. That's only you can say.
And then it will. The
Then it
beauty,
will.
yeah, beauty is it will. Okay.
So I think that's the time when you really, all your
Doubts will go away.
burning doubts will go away.
Yes, it cannot be characterized means you cannot explain.
I cannot, I was thinking, I can easily explain. I have been searching for words for 1 year actually to explain. It looks very simple and you feel, yeah, it can be explained now to somebody else. But you will not get words to explain it. The only thing, again, after thinking a lot, I could come to one word. It is transparent awareness.
But it is not experiential also, right?
No, it is.
You cannot experience it because the experience happens only at mind level. And
Correct.
mind is not there. Then
It just dawns on you. That's it.
yes.
That's what Muruga has one cock as his vehicle or something. So it's like a sun. Sun is like a Brahman. It is when it is coming, that cock will the morning the hen will make that sound, right? It announcing the arrival of the sun.
Mm.
Similar to that. That's why I think Hindu iconography, they have depicted so many things because it cannot be explained in words,
Yeah, including Shiva.
including Shiva, Vishnu, Muruga, or anybody you take. So since it cannot be expressed in words, they try to convey it through this iconography.
Icons, yes. Very right.
Correct. Then once you understand, and all these gods we see, this Krishna or Muruga or Vishnu, all will merge into that.
Yes. Then there is no fight at all. Who is the greatest?
Right? You will be able to accept everybody, everything, including Jesus. You could be accepting, including Allah. You can accept Buddha or anybody.
Correct.
So
It is 9:30 now.
yes. So we have to leave, and we will meet tomorrow with this pin.
I have found one screwdriver with a sharp edge.
My God.
No. Don't,
Sharp edge.
no. Don't do that.
He is out to punish himself.
No. Don't harm yourself. Don't punish yourself, because that is not
No, I will not punish, but it's easy for me to use it.
No. You use something like this. That is
You
sufficient.
will use one pencil.
Yeah, pencil is also good. See, something to remind you that it is pinching you. Simple.
Yeah. Yeah, I will be aware of what I'm doing. Yes.
Whichever way you think.
Yes.
So tomorrow let us discuss on
Tomorrow we'll discuss about our experience.
Vivek and Vairagya.
Yeah, how many times that Viveka and Vairagya has come to our mind.
Yes, or rather,
Actually, you were talking about, meaning Lata was talking about this. What is it that is consciousness, or that Brahman, or how you explain it? I always feel the feeling. See, when you are happy, just before you realize you are happy, there is one feeling.
yes, that is what it is.
The moment you realize you are happy, it is gone.
Yes.
That is gone. That gap between some place where you felt happy before that minus one in mathematical words. If you say t minus 1, the t is equal to 0. If you felt happy, if you could recognize that you are happy, then t minus 1 is what I'm saying. There is a complete bliss at that time. Meaning, bliss is also not a word I want to use. I don't know. There is a complete nothingness at that time.
Yes, and that is happiness, because there is no requirement at all.
Brahmananda.
Yes, absolutely.
There is no opposite word for Brahmananda. That is what I heard.
Yes, it's not there. And there is no simile also. Forget opposite.
Okay, Vilas.
Okay, see you
I
tomorrow
will join
then.
another meeting. Thank
Yeah,
you.
sure. Thank you then.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Bye.